So, warm welcome to everyone. Good evening. It's great to see all of you for another CPE event by Muscat ICI chapter. As they say in the words of Bill Munn, skill enhancement is our strongest attribute. So here we are on the next CPE event, which is enhance your communication and presentation skill. And for this, I extend my warm welcome to all of you. And for those who don't know, I am CA Sangeeta Suresh, the chairperson of Student Affairs and Members Professional Development Committee. And I take the pleasure to become the anchor for this event. Thank you. Now here, we would like to present our respect and honor to our profession. So I request all of you to kindly join us as we play our ICI motto song.
सुप्तेषु जाग्रति येष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामुषो पुरुषो निर्मिमाणः निर्मिमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता.
Thank you. Can all be seated? May I request CA Sajeev Sujendran, Chairperson of Muscat ICI chapter, to kindly address the audience.
A warm good evening to ICA members, MC Management Committee members, the leaders of TOastmasters Club. I don't know how to explain your district areas, territories, but I know all our leaders. Dr. Rajesh Naik, Director of Training, CBFS, our local sponsors, guests and friends. Though there is one slide as a chairman's message, there is nothing much should be from my side today, because today's event is something, to teach what to say, how to say. As you know, to express your emotions or communicate a great idea or to share a thoughts. The first thing is a language, a medium you should care. So once you get, or even you have a medium, probably, most of us find it very difficult to communicate or present it the way which we want to. So I understand we need a skill set, a kind of a structured platform to develop that skill. From my understanding, Toastmasters Club, which I was sometimes, probably a few weeks, I was part of one club. Malayalam sir was there. I don't know whether he remember. It was a Malayalam club, I think 5-6 years before. So broadly, I know a certain idea about the Toastmasters, which is a good platform to help the members to develop their skill set to present what they want to. I don't have much to discuss. I got an opportunity to interact with Ignesh Lasa. As part of Toastmasters, he is a member. So when he proposed an idea to introduce Toastmasters to ICA Muscat chapter, when we had internal discussion, we got to know that Bahrain chapter There is a dedicated Toastmasters club. Many of the countries, GCC countries, they have dedicated Toastmasters club, which help the members to come out very well in terms of their presentation and other skills. So the MC has taken a call to invite them and introduce and let us know what exactly Toastmasters and the next step would be decided or discussed internally and with the members and will be taken. So today's event, what we understand is to describe or probably to introduce the system and how it works. I think I'm right in that way. Thank you so much, Mr. Saiju Victor and Mr. Ignesh Lasser from Toastmasters. They came forward, and after that, we conducting this event today. Thank you so much. Right.
Thank you, Sajivji. In the words of Dennis Waitley, top achievers are lifelong learners, looking for new skills, insights, and ideas. If they are not learning, they are not growing and not moving towards excellence. Being professional, we all would agree that we want to and we need to excel in our fields, whichever we are into. So, we, as MC of the Muscat ICI chapter, have come up with this initiative, and this event is prepared totally for you all, which will unfold before you opportunities to enhance your skills in the form of public speaking, enhance the presentation skills, prepare structured speeches, develop even the leadership skills, learn how to give constructive feedbacks, and many more in the schemes or pathways of the Toastmasters. So let's hear from the team of Toastmasters who are available here for us today and what they have for us and what value we can add to ourselves, to our personality, and even to the profession or the organization into which we are in today. With this, I request CA Unmesh Bhume to kindly come up and introduce our speaker for today.
Thank you, Sangeeta ji. It's an honor to introduce our speaker for the day, a very dynamic personality. Shaiju Victor is a club growth director of Toastmaster International for International District 105, which covers 5 countries: UAE, Oman, Jordan, Lebanon, and Palestine. Right? Wow, such a great responsibility. He is a great public speaker, trainer, and digital marketing consultant. After graduation, he earned his postgraduate diploma in marketing management and is a Google certified digital marketer who has earned his digital marketing certification from Digital Vidya. Saiju Victor is an entrepreneur running digital marketing companies in Oman as well as in India. Sir, it's pleasure to introduce you, and I hand over the stage to you for the next important session.
So this is all about how to enhance your communication and presentation skills. We all know a lot of things. But many a times when you start communicating, it doesn't come in that structured way. So we fail to communicate what we really want to communicate to people. Toastmasters was a movement that started long ago, around 98 years back, to enhance the communication skills of professionals and people who intend to make a point heard to the public. So when it comes to skill development, there are a lot of skill development programs that happens all over the world, but they are like those Swiss knives. They may be for multiple purposes, but many a times we get confused. Is it going to fit into my requirement or not? That is when the importance of Toastmaster comes in. Because this program is so flexible. It is in a paced manner you can do it, and it can completely fit in and it can fill in your requirement. So you may be wondering, many of you may be knowing about Toastmasters, but those of you who don't know about Toastmasters, Toastmasters was started by a person called Ralph P. Smedley in the year 1924. And today, this has grown in such magnitude that it is there in 149 countries. More than 360 members are there, and more than 16,000 clubs, 16,200 clubs are there. So basically, Toastmasters concentrate on developing communication and leadership skills. Now, what are the key elements on which Toastmasters as a movement is concentrating on? Number one is to improve your communication skills or speaking skills, then your leadership skills. Then it also helps you to write speeches. Because many a times we are all professionals. We know that we are subject experts. We know what we are speaking. So what happens is that when we are called to speak, we will not write down what we need to speak. Any professionals, that because we are very sure about what we want to speak. But many a times we fail to communicate our point because our points are not written down perfectly. Even the best of the best speakers have speech writers who are writing the speech. So we are no exception. And what we learn from Toastmaster is to start writing our speeches, making our points, having an opening, a body, and a conclusion to our speeches. So that our communication is well structured. And a structured communication can be effective. When you start doing this, your self-confidence increases. You become confident of what you're going to speak. And like today, you come to meet people from different walks of life, people who work in different industries. There are around 89 clubs right now in Oman, 270 clubs in these 5 countries. There are social clubs, there are community clubs, there are corporate clubs. And when we all meet together, that is the best platform in which we can interact with people. And that gives us the best networking opportunity. And when you have good networking opportunities, your potential also increases. Greater companies in this part of the world have realized the value of Toastmasters, and that's why all these companies that you see on the screen have put their faith on Toastmasters. And when it comes to CAs and finance professionals, there are clubs in different parts of this continent, different countries, in Asia, Middle East, and as our chairman mentioned, Bahrain has got a running and thriving club of CAs. So what are the 3 benefits why it's a good idea to have a Toastmaster club in your organization? Number 1 is that we are not looking for people who are perfect speakers, because this is an opportunity to come here and experiment your skills, experiment your presentation skills. You are allowed to fail. Nobody is going to point a finger at you. Instead, you will be getting claps. You will be getting the right feedback on how you can improve. So this is a place wherein you can perfect your communication. Second is that it provides an opportunity for you to take up several leadership roles, as well as you can enhance your communication skills. Because there are a lot of projects which are going to happen, and that we will be having a demo session in which you will understand what kind of roles are involved in a Toastmaster meeting. Third, and the most important thing, even in this Muscat ICA chapters, there may be people from different walks of life, but they don't have a common place wherein they can come regularly and interact. A team building process. A club will ensure that you all come up together, work as a team, and you understand each other, understand the skills of each other, understand the expertise of each others, and that will help building good relationships within your community. And now, that is what, as an organization, that you are going to benefit. But what about the individuals who are going to join in this organization? Number one, as I said, is that presentation skills. You may be having the right figures, you may be having the right logic, but how to present it to your clients effectively in a manner in which they will be convinced, in a manner that you have to put your point forward convincingly to your clients. That one skill you can develop by joining a Toastmaster club. Second point, that we all love to be in like islands. We are the experts, we are the best, we have all the capabilities. But what about building teams and organizing meetings and taking help from each other, reaching out to people? There comes your leadership skills. It will make you a good organizer and a better leader. Point number 3, as I told you earlier, it will help you to become a structured speaker, a communicator who can give a message in a very structured way. And the most important thing, you will develop the ability to listen to your clients, listen to others, listen to your colleagues. Because listening is one skill that is given high importance in the Toastmaster curriculum. Above all, the fourth and the most important thing is giving feedback. In our personal and professional life, giving feedback is one of the greatest virtues. Many a time, if we give an ill-prepared feedback, you may have people having bad feelings about you. Or you may give a very sugar-coated feedback to somebody that guy will never benefit out of it in his entire life. So how to give a feedback, a constructive feedback without hurting people? Praise him. Give your feedback. Then compliment him and give him all the best. This is the formula that Toastmaster teaches. Art of giving constructive feedback is one of the most required ability of any professional. And being in a Toastmaster club, you get equipped of that. And all this happens with a learning program, and that is called Pathways. Pathways is an online learning program wherein when you become a member of Toastmasters, you get a membership with Pathways. And there are right now 11 interesting paths. And every path, in fact, concentrates on core 5 competencies that you can see on the left side: public speaking, interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, management, and confidence. And there are multiple other competencies that these paths concentrate on, and which may include a blog writing, making a podcast, presenting a workshop, and it all are part of the Pathways learning process. And apart from all these things, we have got something that is much beyond the club. As I told you, there are 260, 270 clubs in this district. You will have contests, speech contests, wherein you will start competing at the club level, then you will go to the area level, division level, and up to the district level, and you get a chance to go up to international level in USA. You have got a regular Toastmaster magazine. You have got a content-rich website from where you get all the materials. Now, how can we make the program sustainable? This is the last point. One is that you must learn about the program correctly. Second, use the program to your advantage because this is a self-paced program. Third, come to the stage, experiment whenever you get an opportunity because it's like those flying hours of pilots. How much minutes, how much second you spend on the stage makes you more and more confident. And the last one is that Toastmaster gives you a mentor. They say that you tell me, I may forget. You teach me, I may remember. But you involve me and show me, I will never forget. So Muscat ICAI members, we are here to involve you and show you. And now onwards, it is going to be our demo session. And the first role player of a demo session is the person who kickstarts the session. And this happens every week in our sessions. And today we have got a Madam Toastmaster who is in Oman for the last 3 years. And she is an upcoming Toastmaster who has participated in many speech contests. An ardent reader, a person who wants to be a good communicator. Please put your hands together to welcome Burley Chaco as a Sergeant at Arms.
Thank you, DTM Saiju Victor, for those wonderful words. You have enlightened us all. Please give him a round loud of applause. Toastmasters meeting called to the order. Believe in yourself. You're braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you can imagine. A quote by a famous American lawyer and a politician, Roy Bennett. Good evening, dear District, Club Road Director, Division C Director, Club President, Senior Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Welcome to our Toastmasters Club Demo Session, ICAI Muscat Chapter. I am Burley Chaco, and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for the evening. The general policy of the Toastmasters Club: let us refrain from talking on religion, sex, and politics. Before we kickstart the meeting, please switch off your mobile phones or set them to silent mode. Now, I shall read out the Toastmasters Club mission. We provide a supportive and a positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to wish the very best of luck to the speaker and the role players. We are anxiously waiting to witness these events. Next, it's time for our opening address. To lead us through, we have a renowned person. He's been residing in Oman for the past 14 years. He's the managing director in the digital media field. He's a Toastmaster for the past 6 years, and previously he was an Area 10 director. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Prajesh Varki.
That was Madam Toastmaster Burley Chaco. Let's give a round of applause. Chairman, chapter members, dear Toastmasters, guests, friends. Does anyone of you play golf? I had an opportunity to work at a golf course as a media manager back in India. In Bangalore, probably some of you may be familiar, if you're familiar with Bangalore, the golf course name was Eagleton. 3 years. And MD was he was so particular that everyone who is in the managerial level has to learn the game. And he arranged on a Sunday, on weekend, Sunday, we are supposed to go 30 kilometers from the corporate office. The place was called Biddi. It was 30 kilometers from the city. And go learn the game. Simple. But some of us took it as a little difficult. The Sunday, the one day we have in our hand, is gone like this. Anyway, we went, some of us. And we go to the golf range. Probably you must have seen it. There will be a bucket of maybe 40 or 50 balls given to us, whoever is going. We go take a golf and just do whatever you want, 1 hour, then go staff canteen, eat something, come back. That was the routine. One day, while in staff canteen, the coach, who was in the driving range, told two of us, you know, you have been doing it for a while. How is the game going? I told, shoulder is aching. It's a big problem. I'm going to stop this. He told, there is a technique, basically, to do all these things. You know how to hold the club? If you're a right-hander, you hold it with your left hand first. Then you do it with the right hand. And stand in parallel, both legs. Keep it in parallel way. And just bend a little, knee also bend a little. And if you try to hit it with your shoulders or with your hands, what happens is that the all weight and club, everything is going to make it ache. But use your body. It's something like this. You stand like this, take it back, watch the ball, then swing it, and this leg should come up naturally, a little up, go with the flow. So if we convert his lesson, Ajay told the last word, if you go on like this, with your style of just hitting the ball wherever it is, where are you hitting? Or just hitting to the front? No, there is a hole basically. There's a hole. So you need to have a focus that you should be doing it, making it to the hole. That is the idea. And with the perfect technique, so that your hands won't hurt. So he showed me this technique. We started following it. If we convert this into a formula of Ajay's advice, we can put it something like this. Have a focus, understand the technique, master that grip, strike it, you reach the correct goal. That's the focus. And how to become a great golfer or speaker or communicator. Just be good repeatedly. And one day, you are there. That's it. Whilst Toastmaster Saiju was presenting, what was going on in my mind was Steve Jobs was an amazing presenter. Everyone, we must have seen it at product launch or wherever Steve Jobs came, he was stunning. But there was a difference. To one time to an interviewer, he revealed that secret. How can you be so dazzling a presenter? And he told the presenter like this. Everyone comes out of the stage and asks, how was my presentation? And if Dilipji is asking me, how is my presentation? I will naturally say, it was good, best. Steve Jobs would ask like this, how can I make it better? Then the answers are different. Because he never asked you, how was the presentation? And obviously somebody couldn't say that it was good, it was fantastic, brilliant. So, dear Toastmasters, this is the time to master that grip. This is the time to regain the focus. This is the time we have enough time in our hands to practice it. Fail, as DTM Saiju pointed out. None of us are perfect here. We are all learning Toastmasters. We are not mastered. There is no goal in this journey. Enjoy the journey. That's it. So my message is very clear what Coach Ajay told. Just be good repeatedly. One day, we are there as great speakers or communicators or whichever goal we are trying to achieve. Now, let's move on to the session. We call it as Toastmaster of the day, who is somebody like an MC, managing the entire session, calling the role players, giving them feedback, calling for an applause, etc. And we have a wonderful personality for this. Toastmaster Ahmad Parmat, who is in Oman for a long time, who is a recipient of 10-year golden visa. He is an entrepreneur in the medical field, stand-up comedian, humorous speaker, contestant, you name it, in the communication field, he is there. Let's welcome with a round of applause Toastmaster Ahmed Parambat. Welcome, Ahmed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajesh Worki, Mogambo Kushuwa. Let's put our hands together to give a thunderous applause to us. Today's session, the theme of today's session is communication is the key. Key to what? Key to success. Key to existence. Communication is sharing of ideas, thoughts, feelings, information from a person or a group to another. Communication was done through cave paintings and carvings, then came signs and symbols, then came the alphabet, then the language. Then came the postal service, the telegraph, the telephone, the television, the radio, and finally, internet, and just now, for the past 10 years, social media. What happens in the farthest corner of the world, we can hear and watch today as it rolls down. Not just that. We can see what happens tomorrow. Next week, what will be the weather? There will be a cyclone, tempest, thunderstorm, heavy downpour. You know today what will happen next week, after next week. Just imagine, just think of the past. Imagine you joined Christopher Columbus in the trip to discover America. Your parents will know nothing about you until you return. If at all you return, that 2 years later. Communication is extremely valuable. Imagine a person is walking down a corridor at the end of which there is a person waiting for him with a gun to kill him. His friend knew that. He tries to call him, but he could not communicate. And finally, that man's walked into his death just because a single communication failed. Imagine you are driving in Bogota, in Colombia. You enter into an argument with another driver you did not know was Pablo Escobar. You shout at him. He shoots at you. You are gone. Today, we are not going just to speak about communication. We are going to speak about effective communication. With effective communication, you can do anything and everything. Have you heard of Lustig Victor? Not Shaiju Victor. He's a good man. Lustig Victor sold Eiffel Tower twice to steel scrap dealers. With his effective communication skills, he was able to convince them that the French government authorized him to dismantle Eiffel Tower and sell it for scrap. He did it not once, twice, to two different buyers. Today, I am telling you seriously, join Toastmasters. After 2 years, you will be able to sell Burj Sahwa Towers. If you can't sell it, just come to me, I will buy. I was trying for 2 years, failed. And they told me, Ahmed, continue with Toastmasters for 2 more years. So I continue. And the club growth director says that's the way we maintain membership drives. There are salesmen with communication skills who can sell central air conditioning systems to the Eskimos and central heating system to the people of Sahara in the mid-summer. You can sell a car with only 3 wheels if you are a smart seller and make the buyer believe that he is the proud owner of something that is a very, very special. An effective communicator can make you believe that you can store ice in a burning furnace. You can refrigerate burning fire in a Samsung chiller. I do that. I do often. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to sell you Toastmasters. Jokes apart, oftentimes I was taken aghast, dumbfounded, flabbergasted, and spellbound by the changes Toastmasters made in people before and after they joined Toastmasters. Now, let me stop myself and enter into my main responsibilities. That is, to continue with the agenda. In the agenda, next we have a lot of people doing a lot of roles. So I have to introduce them to you, and they will tell you explain their roles. The first role player of the day is none other than the timekeeper. None other than the timekeeper. The timekeeper is what he will do. He will be controlling, putting into limit every speaker, not exceeding his time. How he does it? He will show you some colors that you have never seen in your life. To do that, we have a young and budding Toastmaster, a gymnast. He is a football player, a basketball player. He goes off-road driving into camps. He is a mechanical engineer with Al Khalili. Let us put our hands together to welcome the young and energetic Toastmaster, the timer of the day. You will take this.
Thank you, Modi, for your kind words. Now I have to buy him halwa as promised because he has told only good things about me. Thank you. And good evening, leaders, honorable guests, and my fellow Toastmasters. Today, I am assigned with the role of a timer. As a timer, my duty began when the session started. My responsibilities are to keep a track of the entire session and note the timings of each speakers and role players during this session. Today, we are having one project speech that consists of 7 minutes with a minimum of 5 minutes. At the 5th minute, I will be showing the green light. And at the 6th minute, I will be showing the yellow light or the amber light. And at the 7th minute, I'll be showing the red light. The speaker will be having a grace period of 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, you're requested to move out of the podium. Then there is an evaluation for the speaker. That is of 3 minutes. And at the 2nd minute, I will be showing the green light. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will be showing the yellow light. And at the 3rd minute, I will be showing the red light. And the evaluator will also be having a grace period of 30 seconds. Then the next session will be table topic session, which overall has 12 minutes. Each speaker is supposed to speak for 2 minutes with a minimum of 1 minute. So for each speaker, at the 1st minute, I will be showing the green light. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will be showing the yellow light. And at the 2nd minute, at 2 minutes, I'll be showing the red light. Even this speaker will be having a grace period of 30 seconds. So I'll be compiling my report, and when the general evaluator calls me upon at the end of the session, I'll be presenting my report. Back to T. Modi.
Let us put our hands together. Yes. I don't forget him. He is the guy who was continuously showing me the red. Toastmaster Nikhil, I was continuing in the hope that you will start again with green, yellow, and go to red so that I get a second term. Now, we have another role player. He is doing word master and grammarian. what is that word master? He will give us a word today that we will all have to use it the maximum number of times. The word is with him. He will announce that. And the grammarian, he is in charge of grammar and copulation today here. And what all good things we did with our words and sentences, he will tell us. And what repair we should make, that also he will tell. To do that, we have a very young Toastmaster who is made in Oman. Who was born in Oman. He is an electrical engineer working with Star Technologies. He is a Toastmaster for the last 12 years. More than anybody, more than his father who is sitting here. He started as a gabble, I believe. He is a good speaker and a dynamic Toastmaster. Let us put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Edison George.
Good evening, everyone, once again. Like Toastmaster R.T.M. Modi said, my name is Edison George, and I will be doing the role of the word master and the grammarian. And my main duty for today is to provide you feedback regarding all the grammatical errors in case some of you make it. And the second duty is to make sure that, while we speak, we learn new vocabulary. And for that purpose, the word of the day is eloquent, which means fluent or persuasive in speaking or writing. So I urge all of you to use or try to use that word while you speak. So this is a role that is given to all Toastmasters in every meeting. And the main idea is so that you learn more vocabulary. And as the grammarian, I would be making note of all the grammatical errors that people make throughout the meeting and provide you with the feedback at the end of the session. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Put your hands together. Wonderful, wonderful job done. Now in the agenda we have, they say, introduction of silent role players. Are we violent role players? I don't know. So we have here one Hark Master. Hark Master takes stock of what happens, what he says, what maybe sometimes he will ask you some words he uttered, some sentences he uttered, some time, some date, some number. So whatever the speakers speak here, out of that he will make questions and he may ask you. So for that job, we have one of our senior most Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmaster Dilip Kumar. He is a civil engineer who believes leadership is action, not a position. 5-term president, past area director, past district director, division director, past district support team chair, and who is 45 years in Oman. I really don't know. He is older or Oman is older. Let us put our hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Dilip Kumar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmedji. You have flattered. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. You all know what is the role of Hark Master. I already started my job sitting there and noting small, silly questions. Listening is the key in any profession as well as in life. I used to attend teachers' meeting. Every parent and teachers complained, your son or daughter is not listening. As a parent, I used to have the same complaint. So you all will agree with me, listening is the key in our life. So today, I wanted to test your listening skills. It's an honor to be here to address you all in this great session. I wish all the role players a great evening. Back to, where is my Toastmaster of the day? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now we have another role player who is the evaluator of the only speech that takes place today. And the speaker is one among you. She is a chartered accountant. And to evaluate her, we have a Toastmaster. What I will say about him, I have written, yes. Business manager at Khalili Group, a cartoonist, writer, and Surya TV anchor for 1,000 episodes. 2 bachelor's degree only, and 3 masters. He is not going to sell any of them. Club president and past area director, a very dynamic Toastmaster. Let us put our hands together to give him a roaring applause.
Good evening, Odantol. Toastmaster Abby Joy, as a perpetual learner and a continuous learner, has chosen persuasive influence as her path. The purpose of this project is to evaluate how effectively she uses the body language, and that is the elective assignment for her in the level 3. And I would evaluate as a project speaker how effectively she uses the intentional and unintentional movements of the body. And I will definitely evaluate how she may or he may use the effectiveness of body language or non-verbal communication, how it is being inculcated in her speech to express the quintessence of the theme she wanted to express to all of us. Apart from this, definitely I will evaluate the clarity, vocal variety, audience awareness, gestures, body language, and interest of the audience, and how effective, how cool the comfort level of the speaker, and intentional movement, unintentional movement. I will make a detailed report and evaluation as a viewer, as an audience, and as an evaluator in response. So I will do that, and I will come back to the podium once again when my evaluator, general evaluator, called for the same. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful role player detailing. Now we have our speaker. Our speaker today is Toastmaster Tebby Joy. No need any introduction, both sides, in Toastmasters or in Chartered Accountant Association of India. She is a chartered accountant, finance head at Al-Ashar Pharmacy Group, 5 years in Toastmasters, champion speaker, and past club president. Today, her speech title is Pause, and the evaluator has explained all the rest of the thing. Let us put our hands together to give a round of applause to our speaker, Toastmaster Tebby Joy.
Life is like a flowing river. And you and me are like pieces of logs flowing along with it. You gush ahead, bouncing and leaping, and time goes by. Like this. One can't stop the flow of that sand. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. September 2021, precisely an year ago, I was in the valleys of Vagamon Hills, a scenic hill station down south in India. The dew-clad top of the hill was so inviting that I wanted to go touch the peak. We set out for trekking. But after the initial stretch of few minutes, I started gasping for breath. My calf muscles were so tight that I was not even able to feel my legs. I decided to rest on a rock. My family came back after an hour, filled with the joy of what they saw from the top. Mama, it was amazing, but why didn't you come? We missed you badly, Mama. They showed me pictures that they had taken. My kids were so happy, but I was not there in any of those pictures. I was not part of their joy. Friends, that 1 hour at the bottom of the hill was an hour of reflection. I took a pause. And I realized that 24/7, I was busy playing the role of a helicopter mother, an amazing wife, and a smart finance manager. The gift of health is keeping me alive, and I was far away from a healthy lifestyle. I reached back after vacation. I consciously started taking care of my health. Workouts, healthy food. Slowly but surely, I transformed. Changed the language from the language of restrictions to that of explorations. It filled life into my life. Pause, reflect, and reset the flow. But this incident set me to think, what if I could take frequent pauses? Maybe I could do things differently. So every night I started reflecting on the day. One such night, I was ruminating on a conversation with my 8-year-old son. He told me, Mama, in my class, you know who are the good kids? Nina ma'am says that Ria is a good girl and Adil is a good boy. They get all the prizes, Mama. Ren, I'm sure you're also a good boy. Really? Really? I took a pause. And I reflected on the educational system wherein every child gets measured by everything that they do. So much so that it sparks a thought in the mindset of an 8-year-old. Am I good enough? In the next meeting of the NGO that I was associated with, we revived our students' forum, creating a framework wherein students could perform without the pressure to perform, any yardstick to measure, and no competition. In our first online event, 35 children participated. And after Ren spoke, he came and hugged me and asked me, Mama, will I get prize today? Did I speak well? I told him, with a drop of tear rolling down my cheeks, all 35 of you are today's winners. And I could see his face with all smiles, beaming with a lot of confidence. And I could see 34 such other faces on my screen. A seemingly trivial chit-chat between me and my son led me to touch a few other hearts. Pause, reflect, and reset the flow. When life flows by like a river, and when time goes by like this, take time out to pause. Let that be your time to reflect upon, your time of inner silence, your me time. Let your priorities, your choices, and your actions simmer within you. As you go down the lane in your life, you will realize that you may not be the best parent, but you and your kids would look forward to being with each other. You may not be the best person, but you will start becoming a better human being. And you may not be able to bring about a revolution, but you would definitely be a part of the change that you wanted to see in the world. And this is the magic a pause can work for you. Take a pause and discover the magic in yourselves. Won't you? Thank you. Back to Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you so much.
Let us give her a big round of applause again. You saw how a champion speaker speaks. Pause, reflect, reset. The rest will be told by Toastmaster Rajila Al-Rafiq. Now we have one of the most interesting sessions, interesting item of a Toastmaster session. That is the table topic. The table topic, you all know. If you don't know, you will know now. You will be asked to speak impromptu, extempore for 2 minutes. They may select any one of you. So to do that job, we have a senior Toastmaster, a folklore artist, a mechanical engineer who works with Suhail Bahwan, who is a passionate Toastmaster, leader, organizer, and past area director, club president, and what not. Let us put our hands together to welcome none other than distinguished Toastmaster Binoy Raj for doing the job.
Toastmaster of the Day, distinguished members of Chartered Accountants of India, Muscat chapter and Sohar chapter, and distinguished guests, other guests, a very good evening. The table topic session is very interesting. I will give a topic to some of the members here, and you have to speak for 1 minute minimum and maximum 2 minutes. Is it okay? Perfect. And the timer will show the timing device, the green light at 1 minute, yellow light at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red light at 2 minutes. You will get 30 seconds grace period also. So maximum you can speak for 2 minutes 30 seconds. All are ready for the table topic? I will call anyone in this meeting. Okay? Ready? So while T.M. Modi introducing one of the role players, he mentioned about confidence. So let us take the confidence. If communication is the key to success, then confidence is the power to success. Agreed? Agreed or not? Let me invite this Toastmaster Avodai Nayagam. Where is he? Toastmaster Avodai Nayagam. I will give you this. Toastmaster Avodai Nayagam, your topic is, if communication is the key to success, then confidence is the power to success. If communication is the key to success, then confidence is the power to success. Toastmaster Avodai Nayagam.
Thank you very much, Table Topic Master. Communication is the key to success. Confidence is the power to success. Who says so? I guess the Table Topic Master. Because there is nothing as such one thing for a key. Confidence is one of those elements. And when you communicate, there are many other elements, like giving a pause, your body movement, your non-verbal communication, and how you understand each other as a team. When we are sitting here as a team, how we communicate with each other. Confidence might be that one element which would take you to the stage. But your character, your talents, and above all, your humility, that will take you near to the success. My dear fellow friends who are all gathered here, we all have that confidence in us to communicate. But do we have that humility to go and reach out and ask, sir, what is the meaning of inculcate? It's a very simple word. You don't know this? Because I thought I didn't know it. I went and asked my wife. She told me. Do we have the humility to say, I don't know? Do we have the humility to say, I really don't know? I'm failing miserably. If we have that, that is the base of communication. And if you have that to say, reach out, I'm sorry, I don't know. That is where your confidence and also honesty comes in. There is no one formula for success. Over to the confident table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avadhanagam. Let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Avadhanagam. Again, while introducing one of the role players, Toastmaster of the day was mentioned. Leadership is not a position, it is an action. Leadership is not a position, it's an action. Any volunteers? Any volunteers for this topic? Yes, please. Let's give a round of applause.
Yes.
Sir, your name, please?
Balakrishna Ramamurthy Dubey.
Balakrishna Ramamurthy Dubey. Mr. Balakrishna Ramamurthy Dubey, your topic is leadership is not a position, it's an action. Over to you.
Good evening, friends. Okay, the topic given to me is leadership is not a position, it is an action. It is a very precise statement to make. And I do believe in this because I can be head of an organization and doing nothing to take the organization to the next level or to achieve the goal congruence of the organization doesn't justify the position I hold. And it will never make me a leader. But a person who doesn't hold any position, he's at a very low level doing petty things, can come up with something, put into action, which results into tremendous benefits to the organization, takes to a level where everybody wants to be, every organization wants to be. To put this into right perspective, I will just give an example here. I was in a session where a machine was brought from Germany to be installed in India. And the paste made for the machine was exactly to the size of the machine. It was to go into the ground, 20 feet below the ground. And it was so heavy, you cannot lift and put in. The task given to all the head of the departments and various C-level officials was that, please come up with a suggestion, how do we put it? The only way was to break open the entire area, put the machine and rebuild it, the structure. Unfortunately, there was no leader. There was no intelligent person to come up and give this decision. One common man came up with one question, sir, is it waterproof machine? Answer to him was yes. He bought tons of ice, filled the the tunnel with ice, put the machine on it. Slowly the ice melted. It was sucked out and the machine fitted properly. I would say this was a leadership. And that's why I say leadership is not a position, it is an action. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow. Let's give a round of applause. With a beautiful example, it was clearly stated. Leadership is not a position, it's an action. Next is a very simple topic. What is your favorite hobby and why? What is your favorite hobby and why? Any volunteers? I will call Mr. Gopal Subramaniam.
Mr. Gopal Subramaniam?
Your topic is your favorite hobby. What is your favorite hobby and why?
Can you please repeat?
What is your favorite hobby and why?
Good evening, respected members and dear Toastmasters. It's been indeed a privilege that I've been given an opportunity to speak over here as such. But definitely I can tell you, during the COVID period, my favorite hobby has turned out to be attending the CPE event over there. And believe me, this was like it was an utter boredom when I was in Bombay. I'd worked with MHD for nearly 8 years and I had to go back for family reasons way back in April, May 2018. And then thereafter, I've been scouting for better opportunities, but recession was looming at its peak in Chennai and Bombay over there. I really never had anything much to do over there except working with NGOs and doing small assignments. But that was not really helping me to earn my bread in any way. At that level of earnings, what I was having in Muscat. It also turned out that COVID was a blessing in disguise for me and for everybody, all the members in general as such. As you would be knowing that Dr. Amarjit Chopra had told us in the recent AGM over there that because of COVID, more than 20,000 members have started attending this online, which was not the case while hardly 2,000 members were attending among the various CPE events all over the world as such. But believe me, I just got hooked onto it, whether through the ICI channel or the Zoom or the team meetings as such. But I would be proud enough to say that till today, starting from the past 3 years, I have accumulated 337 hours in CPE over there. That's all. This has been my favorite hobby, but I know that the timing is a little brief and I've already crossed the danger mark limit. Thank you once again.
Thank you, thank you. Well spoken, Mr. Subramaniam. The time is over. So let's give a round of applause for all the speakers who spoke well here. Timers report, please.
All the speakers were on time, and Toastmaster Avadhanayagam spoke for 2 minutes, 12 seconds. Toastmaster Balakrishna Ramamurthy spoke for 2 minutes, 21 seconds. And Toastmaster Gopal Subramaniam spoke for 1 minute, 41 seconds.
Thank you. Let me hand over the podium to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ahmed Parambat.
Let us put our hands together to give him one more round of applause for a wonderful show he put off. And I did not feel that these were impromptu extempore speeches by those table topic speakers. These were better than prepared speeches, actually. Now it is time for me to invite the big guy, General Evaluator. Anyway, you just forget about general and make it evaluator. So, may I call upon our evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Rajulal Rafiq, for evaluating the project speech by Toastmaster Tibi.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ahmed Parambat. Good evening, once more. I have to reassure you that I just seen what the way our entire body can reflect the theme that we really wanted to state. That we just witnessed, Toastmaster Abby Joy. Let us give her a good round of applause. When that mighty Burj Khalifa was building up, I was working in Dubai. And every time I pass through in front of that one, I was just amazing. Is this the one, this ugly reinforcement is going to be the mighty building that is boast of? Then pause. Then I understood, you see that? Those reinforcements, how effectively it supplement the existence, the beautiful existence of that mighty building. So I have to reassure again, Toastmaster Abby Joy has well used the reinforcement, not in my evaluation, this one. That well used that body language as a communication medium. So we are all conveyed what she really wanted to say, isn't it? That is what. That is the power of body language. That was the prime motto of her evaluation, my evaluation of her speech. So she reached, she touched her target. So in that way, she is quite effective. She has done that one. And however, the intentional body language where she has used it, that we have to count. I done that one. You see, the way she really wanted to give you the painstaking of her physical condition on the time of why she was doing a trekking. She was panting. The clearly calculated body movements. She was saying, and probably she might have even counted the number of pantings she has acted on the stage. So the conversation with her kids, the apprehensions of her kids, she effectively done that one. And the gestures was quite effective. It was well reflecting. And the clarity, it was an exemplary public speaker do this one. And they would be always understood. And she was reflecting the emotions through her eyes. It was there. Fully integrated physical gestures were there throughout. Fully integrated physical gestures. But I have one area of improvement also there. You were taking that timepiece, but you were not sure that where it was exactly. Yeah, and you were fumbling on that tendon, but you had to calculate where it must be in advance itself. And you were, obviously, you couldn't control yourself reaching your hands on your specs. That was quite unintentional. But altogether, we have to say, we can say that we just watched and listened to a great speaker with an effective body language, which has been well used. All the very best, Toastmaster Abby Joy. Thank you very much. Back to Toastmaster of the day.
Can we put our hands together once again to give him a round of applause? I am a little upset. You know why? Everybody is doing better than me. Now it's time for the word master and grammarian to give his report, and I have not used the word eloquent so far. So I invite my eloquent Toastmaster, Edison George, to give us the report of the word and grammar. Put your hands together.
Good evening once again. I would like to start off by mentioning how once a businessman, a tailor to be exact, put a smart sign in front of his shop. He was really confident about it, about his business. Like most of us are being professionals. But he lacked something. And I'm sure you'll understand that when I say or read out what he wrote. What he wrote was, if the smallest hole appears after 6 months wear, we will make another absolutely free. I hope you understood that. So this is the problem when we do not have, when we make grammatical errors. And I'm here back with my report just to, so that you can learn from the small mistakes we make. It's just a positive feedback. And that's all I'm intending to give. So there were a few mistakes today. One of them being is one of our evaluator, while we spoke first, he said, I would evaluate. I think it would have been better if he said, I will be evaluating. Again, when the general evaluator called for the same, it would have been better if we said, when the general evaluator calls for the same instead of called. Our speaker for today's evening made a mistake, I think mainly because she spoke too fast, mainly unintentional. It was an year ago. It would have been a year ago. And our first table topic speaker said near to the success. It would have been better if he said nearer to success. Our second table topic speaker takes to a level where every organization wants to be. I think it would have been better if he would have said that can take the organization to greater levels. And also he said it was suck out. It would have been better if it would have said as it was sucked out. And these are just a few of the errors I found. And unfortunately, I didn't notice anyone using the word eloquent today evening. However, I urge all of you. Yeah, did you? Oh, you did. My bad. 2 times. I had a doubt, but I think I misheard. Anyway, but I urge all of you to use it in your interactions for the rest of the evening, and so that we can learn more from it. And just to help you out there, I'll give you an example of a sentence I should have given earlier. It is, you can say that Brutus was an eloquent speaker. So that's just an example of how we use the word. So I hope all of you use the word again throughout the evening. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wonderful reporting.
Now, here is the person to catch you all. How did you listen? How did you listen? And he will catch us all with his questions. Let us welcome distinguished Toastmaster Dilip Kumar for the Hark Master role.
Thank you. Good evening once again. I think I need a supporter who can help me with the mic. When I ask simple questions, I request you to stand up and reply. Then okay. But before speaking, please stand up and say the answer. Sangeeta, the first part of today's session, while opening, she quoted a quote. Anyone? Yes, except Sangeeta. No one. Hello? Pass. Sangeeta. Can you repeat? Please. Skill. Top achievers are lifelong learners. You quote somebody's quote, correct? But whatever it is, no arguments, please. Answer to the questions. We are still students. I am the master here. Okay. The chairman, during his address, he said a message, what you are going to achieve from Toastmastering. Anyone? Except Sadish. Maybe he forgot completely. Whatever Toastmasters, forget about the guest. We are here to not fully. Yes. Presenting. Plus structured speech. So bits and pieces. The art of listening is memorizing. So when you listen properly, actually you are going to memorize forever. So this is one thing in Toastmasters we practice. In today's presentation, very important presentation, our District 105 Club Growth Director mentioned this question only to the guests and ICA members. Toastmasters fraternity started on which year? You are a Toastmaster. I know that. He already correct. Give him a big round of applause. 1924. In how many countries? Wow. Good listener. Finally, give him a big round of applause. How many clubs? 16,200. Wow. Again. So of course, still, as I talk, as I ask questions, is growing. That is the Toastmastering is something, we can never stop growing. As a person, as a member, it's keep on growing. That's why we are here today. There are members in Oman since 22 years. So that doesn't mean that they are not learned anything, but life itself is learning and growing. So please do attend Toastmasters sessions and master the art of listening, growing, excelling. We have Toastmasters promise. We encourage every member to come and not only join Toastmasters, improve their presentation skills, not only writing scripts, how to speak, how to communicate, how to be a good leader, how to be a good listener, and above all, how to be a good person. And we never speak taboo topics. No politics, no religion, no sex. And of course, somebody was mentioned. He started as a Cavalier. Anyone remember his name? He's in the hall. Why you are answering? Edison, he started his journey as a Toastmaster, as a Gavel member. What is Cavalier? Anyone? No Toastmasters. Other than, yes, my time read. Yes. Anyone above 80 years can start as a Cavalier. Then, when you are 18, below 80, yeah. When you turn 18, you can be a Toastmaster. And you can reach anywhere, everywhere. There is no limit of learning and growing. And especially the confidence, what you gain from Toastmastering, that's more important. Once again, thank you very much for this opportunity. My red light flashing. Back to the glamorous Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, sir.
I am further disappointed that DTM Dilip Kumar told there are Toastmasters here for 22 years and still they didn't sell Burj Sahwa. Now it is time for the general evaluator. What is general evaluation? It's general evaluation. He will evaluate everything. For that, we have a senior Toastmaster, DTM Don Ashokan, master's degree and associate diploma holder in mechanical engineering, entrepreneur as a fire engineering consultant, Toastmaster for 10 years, past division director. He speaks 7 languages. That's not a surprise. But people still understand what he speaks. Yes. The only problem with him is that he is a little short. Let us welcome, with a thunderous applause, distinguished Toastmaster Don Ashokan for his general evaluation.
Short man speaking in front of all of you. Now the time as per the agenda, my role starts at 7:54, 7:57, and the clock, what it says is 8:25. So we are running short of 28 minutes. The role of a general evaluator is to make sure that he evaluates from the start of the meeting till the end. What went right? What is the areas of improvement? how we can improve and how we can develop further. What are all the areas where we need to focus? And I'm a silent listener. If you see my report, it's supposed to be more than this. I managed to write this in one sheet. Quicker the better. I'll read out my report. The actual meeting started at 6:50 p.m. Our MC, Toastmaster Sangeeta Suresh, kickstarted the meeting, and she did even welcome all the guests and the dignitaries of Chartered Accountants Muscat Chapter Association and Toastmaster dignitaries and members. She did welcome the chairperson of Chartered Accountants, Mr. Sanjeev Surendran, and then he warmly welcomed the guest and narrated the importance of communication. He actually introduced the District 105 Toastmasters International Club Growth Director, DTM Saiju Victor, and he narrated the right skill set required to become the structured communicator, and thereby you become the leader. He also gave the precise reasons to why you to join the Toastmasters Club, to become a perfect speaker, leadership skills development, and of course, we all love this, networking, and that's where the Toastmasters is all about. And summary, he said, you involve, you will learn. We know about this. And then the actual Toastmaster meeting started at 7:14 p.m. 20 minutes lag, what it continued. Silent Arms, Toastmaster Burley Chaco, introduced by DTM Saiju Victor. She welcomed the guests and detailed the meeting etiquettes, narrated the Toastmaster International's mission, and she also said to avoid the taboo topics as well. She introduced the speaker, Toastmaster Prajesh Worki. He narrated a story of a golf striker and to become a structured speaker and a leader. To a fantastic story. He welcomed the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ahmed Parmat. He's been known in the Toastmaster fraternity as one of the hilarious Toastmasters. A walkathon and speakathon. He orchestrated the entire show till now. Did you all enjoy this show? Right? Let's give a round of applause to our Toastmaster of the evening. Very well done, sir. He introduced all the role players in style. And that comes with some stories as well, which gives a lot of importance on how to speak on this stage. He also introduced the evaluator. Evaluator, Toastmaster Rajulal Rafiq, narrated the evaluation criteria of the project effective body language from the path persuasive influence. And the speaker, Toastmaster Tebi Joy, has been evaluated by the evaluator. In Toastmasters, the speakers are evaluated by the evaluator. But there should be somebody who should be evaluating the evaluator. Oh, that's me. He pause, reflect, and reset the topic of the speaker. Our dynamic Toastmaster evaluator, a speakathon, and influencer speaker and evaluator, Toastmaster Rajulal, has done justice to his role as an evaluator by effectively I use this word called autopsying the speaker's speech. However, he has been able to specifically pick a couple of incidents where she could be able to improve upon. And he gave the valid evaluation criteria, evaluation report to the speaker so that the speaker can improve on her next level of speech. And finally, he concluded the evaluation with an encouragement gesture. That's very important. You did that. Our table topic master, distinguished Toastmaster Binoy Raj. He narrated that butterflying evaluating session. Everybody has this. The red light is on, in fact. Everybody has got a butterfly inside when you have been asked to speak in an impromptu. That could be from the office, that could be from at home, or from your schools as well. Just imagine you have gone to a birthday party, and then one of your friends asks you, "Can you toast party for me?" Just say toast, say something. And then you'll end up in saying, "Happy birthday to you," all the rest. Right? So this table topic will help you to get away this butterflying evaluating out. If the communication is a key to success, then confidence is power to success. But you know, the leadership is not a position. It's an action. Your hobby to attend 337 hours of CPE sessions. That was fantastically conducted by our table topic master. Let's have a round of applause to our table topic master, distinguished Toastmaster Binoy Raj. All the role players report, word master, grammarian's report was like a school English test paper reading out in front of all the class. And then the students who wrote those papers are like embarrassing. Okay, really? Okay. And that was very encouraging as well, in fact. You did the gesture of encouragement to the rest of the guests. Hark Masters question and answer started with a lot of tough questions, I believe, because we did not listen too much, given any attention to the speakers. But however, it given importance on how much important is listening as well than speaking. That ends the general evaluation report on a whole. The entire session went very well. It was on most encouraging session, I could say. However, we need to keep up the time. Once we keep up the time, we will be into delivering the right aspect. I encourage next session to come up in a more precise way. Over to you. Yes, Mr.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would be remiss if I missed to thank DTM Don for praising me. He really did a wonderful job. And who is here, even if he did not do a wonderful job, to tell that to him? Look at his eyes. He really did a wonderful job. Put your hands together, please, once again, for the grand job he done. Now, we are coming towards the end of the session today. We have something called Toastmasters Club and its importance by none other than distinguished Toastmaster George Maladan. George Maladan is an entrepreneurial electrical engineer owning his own company, Star Technologies. He is the chair of World Malayalam Toastmasters Club, and he is the force behind the formation of many clubs here. He was the past area director, president several times of different clubs. And now, let us put our hands together to welcome DTM George Maladan for his wonderful class.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmad T. Parambat, and distinguished Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters, again, distinguished guests. Warm good evening to you, one and all. This time for us to conclude. Before that, I would like to ask one thing. How many of you understood what is Toastmasters all about? Anyone from other than Toastmasters? Yes, something? Exactly. Well done. Give a round of applause. Yes, sir. Wow. Super, super. Give a round of applause. Yes, yes, sir. Wow. You are really businessman. Yeah. Again, anyone else? Constructive feedback. Now, these are all right answer, and they deserve a round of applause. And one other thing, the purpose of conducting a demo section is met over here. Because many of the members understood, not Toastmasters, other than Toastmasters understood what is the purpose of this demo session. Now, Mahatma Gandhi rightly said, be a change that you would like to see in the world. Who is that be? It's not someone else, it is we. It's me. Or you can say, I am. So this change has to start from you. So everyone would like to speak well, and everyone would like to convince others. Everyone would like to get some outage from their communication with others, and everyone want to some business and some negotiation skill has to be developed, and my presentation skill has to be excelled so that I will get more business from my communication, and everyone is having something or other in their mind. To achieve this, what you have to do? You have to step in to the Toastmasters, where many leaders are made, successful persons are made, and again, great communicators and eloquent communicators are created over here. So, what I would like to summarize, there is some people, one person I would like to call, what he achieved from the Toastmaster. One of the Toastmasters recently joined the Toastmaster fraternity, and he is one of the person in our group, and he has not taken any role. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Rohin and to explain what is your experience in Toastmaster after joining in Toastmaster. What is your achievement?
I became a Toastmaster by accident. It was eventually somewhere in 2016 when my wife went to India for delivery. I was sitting in the room with nothing else to do. And then I heard about this Toastmaster event. I said, okay, fine, I'll just go there one day. I went there. The speech was going on, session like this. It's a regular club meeting. And a table topic was given. And I spoke for 2 minutes. I spoke. And after that, after the meeting got over, everybody was praising me like anything. I said, oh, this is good. I can get more praises. They all invited me. Next meeting, please come, please come. Okay, fine. I have got nothing else to do. I'll go there. I'm there. More education sessions, more interesting speeches, things that I don't know, kept on happening. I thought, okay, I will become a member. Anyway, I don't have anything else to do on a weekend. 2 hours in a week is not so much. I can afford it. Then I came to know about Toastmaster, the learning journey. Oh, there is a goal. You can reach a DTM once you finish the communication and the leadership track. Okay, now let me aim for that. Let me become there. 3 years down the line, I'm a distinguished Toastmaster. Does the journey end there? No, it continues. It encourages you further to share the skill that you have learned and to be a better speaker and encourage others to come out of the shell and speak better. Thank you. I thought it's a very short.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Rohin, for giving that wonderful insight and details about your Toastmaster journey. Now, let me ask audience, have you got any doubt about the Toastmasters? You want to have to clear some doubt? Non-Toastmasters, if you can. If you have some doubt about the Toastmasters. Okay, no one have any question, then better I will, pardon? In this Toastmaster fraternity. Yeah, that's a good question. How to join this club? This is one of the, yeah. So actually this organization, the Chartered Accountants of India, this platform is here. They are forming a club. In that club, you can be a member of that club. Okay. To join in the club, there is some certain small formalities are there. Once you join in this club, it's not mandatory that you will be here itself. If you go to India or if you go to anywhere in the world, you can continue over there. Because as I told, in the 149 club, means countries are in this Toastmaster club, the membership can be transferred to anywhere so that you can continue over there. Is there any other doubt? Am I answering your question? Yeah, okay. Okay, I think my time runs out, so let me stop my, yeah, yes sir.
It's okay, it's okay. The club when we form, the topics to be discussed, can it be the subjects related to our fraternity like profession?
Yes, of course, there is no doubt
Or
at all.
is there any, is there any particular structure where you have to speak on this?
No, actually selecting the topic, it is individual's interest. So that he or she can take any one of the comfortable topic that she like or he like. But the thing is that there's a time limit for every speech. The speech should have some structure. There is a curriculum that will share to you after becoming a member. Then that, according to that curriculum, you have to frame that your speech. Like today, our Tebi has done one speech. Yes, of course, no doubt at all. And of course, they are focusing the Toastmaster International also telling you can choose the path. There's a different 11 paths are there, as Saiju has already declared out there. In that path, you can choose one of the relevant to your profession, the path which is very relevant to your path, your profession. Like all chartered accountants, they need more presentation related topic that you can choose and you can do that. Or any other. Okay, I think I answered and my time also ran out. So let me conclude. Thank you very much for attending this meeting. This is one of the best platform for your improvement. Thank you, back to you.
Thank you, DTM George Manadan, for that lucid explanation of Toastmasters Club and its importance. Now we are coming to almost to the conclusion of the session. It is final remarks right now done by Toastmaster Ignesh M. Lazar. Toastmaster Ignesh is a chartered accountant, the current president of Area 10, director of Area 10, and a passionate Toastmaster. I can tell about him to you. He's an organizer and the fastest growing Toastmaster in Oman, I believe, is Toastmaster Ignesh M. Lazar. Let us put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster for performing his role.
Thank you, elected Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ahmad Parmat. There is a saying, well begun, half done. I believe we had a great beginning to the proposal of new club. I congratulate Managing Committee of ICAI for taking such an initiative. I do also thank eminent Toastmasters who joined today to make the demonstration successful. Thank you all the members of CA chapter for coming in large. I am sure data mining, analytical and audit skill will get more exposure with the sharpening of our communication and leadership skill. Toastmasters is a platform gives us to an opportunity for trying this. I am sure we make use of it. Thank you and back to Toastmaster of the day.
He proved brevity is the spice of life. It was short and crisp and sweet. And he finished and he saved us a lot of time. And now we are at the last item of the day. It is welcome kit distribution. Actually, it has been distributed, but he has something to add. It is done by Toastmaster Gijo Thomas. Toastmaster Gijo Thomas is an MBA. He is the Chief Operating Officer of Alliance Insurance, and he was a past club president, and he is into Toastmasters for the last years and in Oman for the last 9 years. And he's in his profession for the last 21 years. Let us welcome, by putting our hands together, Toastmaster Gijo Thomas for his role to perform.
Good evening, Muscat chapter dignitaries and distinguished Toastmasters. I did my job much earlier because many are left also. Everybody got the kit? Anybody still there? I'll share with you. Robert England, that is the actor, American actor and other writer, he said, we all have to change with times. It keep you younger. So we all want to be younger, right? We are gym guys there, we all going to work out also, yes. So to keep you younger, there are challenges. And we have seen Toastmaster Prajesh Waki, how to get out from challenges. That is what he said is practice, practice, practice. There is no other way. And today is the pause. What our speaker told today, Tebi, yes, it's a time for you to decide. I'm in insurance for last now 21 years. What changes I have seen in especially in insurance industry, you can see in Oman, Al Ahlia Insurance Company and Oman Qatar Insurance Company, now recently Al Madina. All these companies now, who is the head of the company? Is chartered accountants. Now the CFO, the last changes happened in Al Madina. Now the CFO is now going to be acting CEO. Same with a few companies. Now that's a change happening. Now earlier your people are saying, I mean, you are only restricted no to everything because you will not approve the bills. But now you people are driving the company. All the best. Now it's the right opportunity. I feel all of you have to take it. And only thing what pulling me, even actually in myself also, I'm from a technical background. I'm an underwriter actually. Now I joined TOastmaster in 2017. I was joined here as an assistant general manager, but after joining Toastmasters and the company had made me to the head of the company, chief operating officer, I'm sure the credit goes to Toastmasters only. And all my association with insurance companies are all what I got it from Toastmasters. And I'm proud of being a Toastmaster. And only thing is I'm worried that your CA may change it to TA, Toastmaster, TM, but you still can keep it. And what is the benefits of Toastmasters is very well, I think many of you have gone through it. Improve your public speaking skills, confidence, practice writing speeches, which is very important. You will also learn when we give speech, what all need to be incorporated. And like our own life story, which is very important when we wanted to make it very attractive. Then unlimited personal growth. That's something which I told you in the beginning that keep you always younger. And same thing only talking the next page also. That is how will you grow? This is the last page. Improve your public speaking skills, practice writing speeches, building leadership skills, gain competitive advantages, networking. Yes, that's very important for them. And I am very happy that many of my clients, CFOs are sitting here also. I'm very happy that. And I'm finding new faces also. And the ability to maximize your potentials. There are unlimited personal growth. And more than that, DTM Shaju Victor told that is pathways which you can also avail. And the times are getting, so I have to finish it off. And we are there to support you. There's a numbers already printed here. This is exclusively for your firm only. So we would like to have your club forms at the earliest. And I know there are Toastmasters in your fraternity. And all our supports would be there. And it's a time to me to call Sangeeta ma'am to the winding up the yes and yes. Oh, you are here. Oh, 1 second. Okay, Toastmaster of the day is still here. Yo, thank you, and back to Toastmaster of the day.
Let us put our hands together to give a round of applause to Jijo Thomas Toastmaster. And I must say that as Toastmaster of the day, this is the longest Toastmaster of the day session for any Toastmaster in his life. For this, I should thank the distinguished Toastmaster Shaiju Victor and also curse him for making me stand here at this age, this long, not having even a cup of tea. Thank you, DTM Shaiju Victor, for this. You gave me a big exposure. I've been to stages hundreds of times, but this time I really enjoyed it. It is yummy. Thank you all. He has already extended our thanks to Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Muscat chapter. And now I call upon Madam Sangeeta to wind up and conclude the session. Over to you, Madam.
So I would say that it was an amazing session, right? So thank you to all the Toastmasters who were available here for such a great session. A big round of applause to each one of you. And as you all will agree along with me, that each and every Toastmaster who came over, did the role, and came over the podium were eloquent speakers. I think the person is not there, but I use the word eloquent. Yeah. So what we saw over here is a demo session of the Toastmaster complete session, what they would be doing. The discipline in which each of the session is conducted with the timekeeper role and improving the language skills with the grammarian available around and helping each of the Toastmaster for enhancing the skills and communication skill, presentation skill, body language, and whatnot. And that is with the constructive feedbacks. So we can see that we have loads and loads of benefits with which we can add value to each one of us as members of Chartered Accountants. So Muscat ICI chapter has come up with the initiative of starting a Toastmaster club for the members. So request you all to kindly express your interest so that we can take this forward and add value to each one of us and enhance our skills in whatever we are doing in our profession right now. So I don't know what to say, that a big thanks to DTM, Shaiju Victor, for arranging such a session for all of us. And as a token of appreciation, may I request CA Jim Joseph, Vice Chair, to kindly extend a bouquet of flowers. You can come over the stage, please. Thank you, Jimji. Now may I request CA Sajeev Surendran to kindly hand over a momentum as an appreciation from the chapter for such a wonderful session. Thank you, Sajeevji. And to formally wind up and conclude this amazing session, and we are taking away lots and lots of good thoughts and feedbacks from here. And for formally concluding it, I call upon CA Jim.
Good evening to all. I don't want to take much time. We are already late. In fact, I got the opportunity to sit with my son when he was in standard 6 during the COVID time. He used to attend Gavel's session. So after that, he used to correct me, Appa, you are telling, So I can see the spirit. So today we have seen a team of people who is from different avenues of life, of different age group, but they have the same spirit. So I think if the purpose is served today, we all got a feel of how the Toastmasters works. And I would like to thank each and every one of you. Our special thanks to Saiju Victor. Special thanks to CBF as our local sponsors. All the people gathered here. Thank you very much. Good night.